Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I hope you're having a good day. I'm Fitri Rahmawati. In this video, I will explain the introduction to Microsoft Excel. This video is part 1, the basics, and is created for our course, the Computer Literacy Offline. Enjoy the video. After watching the video, you are expected to be able to first identify the main parts of the Excel window. Second, identify the purpose of the comments on the menu bar. Third, work with the buttons on the toolbar and then enter and format text and numbers into cells and successfully move from one cell to another containing formulas and text. In addition, you are also expected to understand the cell references, perform basic mathematical operation in a spreadsheet, copy, cut, and paste text and formula, and present data graphically, for example, in bar graphs, histograms, and scatter plots. First, let's start with the definition. So what is Microsoft Excel? Microsoft Excel is the spreadsheet component of the Microsoft Office suite. It is used primarily to enter, edit, format, sort, and perform mathematical computation, save, retrieve, and print numeric data. Next, let's discuss what can you do with Microsoft Excel. There are some use or some functions of Microsoft Excel. First, to prepare budgets, to maintain student grades, to prepare financial statements, to analyze numbers, of course, manage inventory, and also make forecasts. What about you? What do you use Excel for? These are some basic information related to spreadsheet in Microsoft Excel. First, Microsoft Excel consists of workbooks. Second, each workbook is made up of an infinite number of worksheets. The last one is, it is possible to name each worksheet to aid in organizing your data. Let's discuss how Microsoft Excel looks like. If you open the Microsoft Excel, this is the interface. This is the screen components of the Microsoft Excel. One thing you should know, while different versions have different appearances, they all have most of the same features. So if you know what to call it, you should be able to find it in other versions. Now let's get to know further about Microsoft Excel. So as you know, Excel spreadsheet organize information, either text and numbers by rows and columns. So this is a row in Microsoft Excel. Rows are represented by numbers along the side of the sheet. And then this one is the column. Columns are represented by letters across the top of the sheet. Next is a cell. A cell is the intersection between a column and a row. So it's an intersection between a column and a row. Each cell is named for the column letter and the row number that intersect to make it. For example, this cell B. Let's take a look at this interface. This is a complete look of a Microsoft Excel page. The area outlined in red above is called the title bar. It displays the name of the open program, in this case Microsoft Excel, and the name of the file you currently open. This bar contains the minimize, maximize, or restore and close buttons for the window program. Now, on the top left corner, the area outlined in red is called the Quick Access Toolbar. It contains the most commonly used commands in Microsoft Word, such as save, undo, and repeat. Next, Microsoft Office uses what you call it as ribbon interface. The area, as you can see, outlined in red is called as the ribbon. The ribbons we are going to go over now are the default ribbons. Here, you can see two different ribbon interface from two different Microsoft Excel versions. First is from Excel 2007 and the second one is Microsoft Excel 2016. Here, the words file, home, insert, etc. outlined in red are referred to as tabs, so we call it as tab. Each tab has several groups attached to it. Next, that big area outlined in red is referred to as the worksheet, and most of its components remain the same regardless of which tab you are currently using. Here, as you can see, the name bar tells you the column and row of the cell that is selected. As you can see here, when you click the File tab, it contains the comments most commonly associated with the file. This one is the Home tab. The Home tab groups contain the comments most commonly associated with the formatting and editing of cells and their contents. Next is the Insert tab groups. It contains the comments most commonly associated with adding something to the document, such as tables, illustrations, charts, sparklines, filter, links, text, and symbols. This one is the Page layout groups, containing the comments most commonly associated with the setting that would affect the entire page of the worksheet, such as themes, page setup, page background, paragraph, and arrange. Now let's take a look at the formulas groups. It contains the comments most commonly associated with Excel's formulas and functions, and these are the menus. This one is data type groups, containing the comments most commonly associated with data from external sources and evaluating or arranging data. Next one is the review tabs groups, containing the comments that mostly associate with the text portion of a spreadsheet and sharing changes, such as proving, language, comments, and changes. The last one is the view tab groups, which contain the comments most commonly associated with the variety of ways you can look at the worksheet or a workbook, like workbook views, show, zoom, window, and macros. Next, let's move on to what can you do with Microsoft Excel. First, how to insert rows and columns. The insert command offers several techniques to remove rows, columns, and cells. To delete rows and columns, the delete command offers several techniques to remove rows, columns, and cells. Then, to format cells, merging allows us to combine two or more adjacent cells physically, disregarding contents. To merge cells, simply highlight the cells to be merged and select the Merge option from the Home menu. Then, cells can also be formatted with the options that you are familiar with, such as bold, font size, borders, and etc. These options can be found scattered on the Home menu or under the Format Cells menu via the right-click list. Even whole rows and columns can be formatted. In addition to formatting, Excel also allows us to format cells by their data types. This is useful for a variety of reasons, such as sorting, manipulating, rounding, etc. And to format the cell's data type, in the number sections of the Home menu, you just need to select the number drop-down menu and select the new type desired. Next, how if you want to adjust the column width? Column width is the horizontal measurement of the column, like you can see in this slide. In addition, you can also adjust the row height. Row height is the vertical measurement of a row. The row height is automatically adjusted with a font size increase. Using Alt plus Enter to create multiple lines may require a row height adjustment, or you can select row height from the Format menu. For now, that's the introduction to Excel Basic. See you on another video. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.